Okay, rule number 12, probably the most important rule which differentiates wealthy investors from private investors. And that is desire of the wealthy professional investor to learn, willingness to fail, and then eventually they will win. Let me explain. First of all, the problem with trading is that it can be easy money. Investing can be easy. You could spend 5 minutes investing, make a couple of £1,000. The problem with that is many people start then subconsciously feeling guilty, and so they find subconscious ways of losing that money. Believe it or not, it's true, and it's been researched in universities in the US under the heading of behavioral finance, and it's true. The first thing we've got to learn when it comes to trading is it's okay to make money. You might think it's okay to make money, but subconsciously at some root you feel guilty if you're not working down a mine shaft 24/7 when you earn cash. The second thing about professional wealthy investors is they're not afraid of failure. Private investors often are. The third thing is the responsibility for your own financial position. A private investor will blame the market, they'll blame their broker, they'll blame everybody except themselves. A professional trader will say, no, it's my fault, I'm going to see how I can improve and get better at this. And finally, probably the most important thing which comes to wealth in any sector, whether it's to do with investing in the markets, the property market, whether it's to do with business, is this unending desire to learn. No successful wealthy individual thinks they know it all. There is an unending desire and investment in learning and their education. To that end, I'm often asked, okay, Alpesh, what courses should I look at? There's a lot of courses out there. So I thought, well, instead of recommending any one particular course, of course I recommend my own, but aside from that, I thought I'd create a 14 rule gold standard of the best things to look for in any given course, how to evaluate any courses. And this is the 14-point investor training checklist. This is, in my view, the industry gold standard. If any trainer does not meet this, then they do not merit your time or your money. And what are they? Well, I'm not going to read them all. Remember, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll through them, and you can hit the space bar on the keyboard to pause and read them at your leisure as you wish. So, first rule, public performance. These are the measurement rules you can see here. So read those. Hit the space bar now if you'd like to pause and read this, and then you can hit it again to move forward. So I'm about to scroll forward. Second set of rules, are they independent or do they work for a broker? Have they won industry awards? Again, hit the space bar, pause this and read, or I'm going to scroll forward now. Rule number 4 and 5, do they manage money? Do they offer a money guarantee? Again, hit the space bar to read these, or I'm going to scroll forward. Number 6 and 7, do they have industry testimonials? Not just other private investors, anybody can get private investors to endorse them. If you teach enough private investors, somebody's bound to like it. But do they have industry testimonials? Has a prominent publisher back them? If they're that good and they're that knowledgeable, look, it's your time, your money. You want to make sure that they have incredible credentials. So, hit the space bar to read all of this, or I'm going to scroll forward. They might say they've been seen on TV. Trust me, I've been on TV. Any fool can get on TV. Don't use that as a rule. Magazines, they'll say where they've written in XYZ. I've written for magazines. Any fool can write for a magazine. You need more than that. It's your money. It's your time. You need more than that. Hit the space bar to pause this presentation and read these, or I'm going to scroll forward. 10 and 11. Academic credentials, and are they professionally trained? Again, hit the space bar. I'm going to scroll forward. 12 and 13. Are they international? Which institutions have they taught? Have institutions entrusted them, for instance? Once again, hit the space bar to read the rules, because it is your money and your time, or I'll scroll forward. And finally, have a look at their website. It's a bit like, you know, when somebody says buy somebody's shoes, you can tell what they're really like, you know, or by their clothes. Well, I think a website is a similar kind of thing. Have a look at people's websites and see do they meet the criteria. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the rules. I hope you've genuinely enjoyed this. I know it's been brief and I apologize for that. And I know the rules could have gone on and they could have actually covered 16 CDs and so forth. But that's why we created a fuller program. This was to at least teach you something and give you some basics to help you do, as I've said all the way through, one of three things: either make money, or save time. Thank you very much indeed for listening. And now we go to the closing titles.